your straw hats and welcome back for more Amateur Otaku podcast. We are here, Joel, Jamie, Isaac, and myself, Monkey D. Breffy, because we're talking about the fact One Piece got renewed for season 2. It's official. It's happening. Apparently, the crew is going to need a very good doctor. We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to try and cast some of these amazing characters that are in the vicinity, close to the Straw Hats' journey as they go into season 2. So let us know what you think about what you hope for season 2 and what you think the best actors would be for certain characters that we'll mention. We'll try and cast them together, maybe like 5 or 4, because there's a lot of characters coming and a lot of great content for us One Piece fans on Netflix and for you Amateur Otaku fans as we continue to cover Netflix. I recently saw that we hit 181 subscribers. You guys are amazing and awesome. Thank you for the support, and we'll keep doing the content that you love so you keep hanging out. Peace.
I mean, if the medicine is puns, then I'm here.
Oh boy. Oh boy. So we are okay. Well done, Mike. Well done. We are back. So I'm gonna keep this simple, guys. I think the best way to start this season 2 celebration is by watching the announcement together. Don't you think? So how about we go ahead and do just that? You guys ready? I'm gonna present it. I'm gonna hit play. We're watching this live.
実写ドラマ版ワンピースシーズン1いかがだったでしょうか。ネットフリックスとトゥモロースタジオと一緒に長い間制作に取り組んできました。配信された作品を世界中の皆さんが楽しんでくれているようで、制作陣の苦労が報われて本当に良かったと思うし、その甲斐があったと感じます。ワンピースを長年好きでいてくれている皆さん、今回初めてワンピースを楽しんでくれた皆さん、本当にありがとうございます。配信から2週間、とてもいい知らせが届きました。なんとネットフリックスが続編の制作を決定しました。稲木たち実写版麦わらの一味の冒険はまだまだ続きます。脚本が出来上がるまでまだまだ時間がかかりますので、気長にお待ちください。さて、ここから先は麦わらの一味に優秀な繊維が必要になってくる気がします。ご期待ください。
Now, if you think about nails placing with like Oda, Oda's got a good head of hair.
Yeah. Oh, looky.
Yes! Hey, boy!
Yes. So, see, the greatest thing about this, it wasn't just the fact that they used a transponder snail that Tomorrow Studios gifted to Oda. Is the fact that he actually drew Tony Chopper on the spot. To me, that was like the nice thing, because he could have just said, oh, they're going to need a good doctor, and that would have been enough. But the fact that the master himself, Oda-san, actually went ahead and drew Chopper, it's great. It's great. And I think this is a great topic of conversation. Mike is just throwing hashtag make Chopper a Muppet. So I think
we'll see.
I think before we go into speculation in terms of other things, we know season 2's coming, and we know for a fact that Tony Chopper, the 6th member of the 7th crew member, because we're going to talk about the 6th one a little bit. The 7th member to the Straw Hat crew will be joining. Because number 6 is like unofficial, but no, we'll talk about it in a minute. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about this idea. Let's talk about this idea of Tony Chopper, right? But also specifically is, should he be animatronics? Should he be CGI? Should he be a mixture of both? Or like Mike said, should it be a Muppet? Like, what do you guys think about that? I'm just throwing that out there because it's a valid question.
Yeah, I think it should be a mix of both. I think whatever they did for the transponder snails really works, and I'm not sure how it would work if they had to move, but there already is an element of like adding CGI to the transponder snails anyway to make them look just like that much more lifelike. And those are already Muppets. Like we know that they like stick the hand in there and make them like move their mouths and stuff. So Muppet plus CG. Yeah. The Muppet plus CG, I think, is the combo for me.
Okay. Isaac, what do you think? Should he be a Muppet or CGI or both or something in between?
I'm okay with it being either animatronic or CGI or Muppet or CGI because I don't think you can make him just purely Muppet. Or should I? No, scratch that. In his Chibi form, it should be either animatronic. Yeah.
It is Brain Point, sir. It's a proper name.
I like calling it Chibi too, honestly.
His normal form is Brain Point?
Well, Chibi, that's his normal point is a deer. But he's a deer. But Brain Point is what his favorite.
Well done, sir. Well done, sir.
Yeah.
Well done, sir.
But
his normal point is a deer.
Because he's a reindeer that ate the devil fruit. That's his normal look.
Yes,
is that.
true.
Yeah. Or as they like calling
the human fruit.
Yeah, walk point.
The deer one for Chopper is deer.
Yeah, but I digress. I think that it should be a mixture of I don't know, animatronics, CG, or puppet or CG for his. I'm going to stick with Chibi form, but when he is in his battle form, it should be costume and CG for what they need to buff up or something like that.
I want a bodybuilder. I mean, like go
for
the whole.
Get the Rock, call the Rock, get him on the phone.
This just makes me think of that Saturday Night Live Bambi skit with him as Bambi. But that's the way I would do it.
He knows
that's the way I would do it. Have one specific animatronics. It should be in hybrid on both sides. It's just question on. It's all the question of animatronics or puppet for the Chibi form, so to speak. And if they do this right, they have their own Baby Yoda on their hands.
I would buy all the merch.
100%. 100%. Well, Chopper is already that level famous already.
Yeah.
So the live action version is just gonna.
The US.
Man,
they don't know him really.
Did I show the original design that was meant for Chopper?
The original, I think you did, but remind me.
It was a lot more human-like.
Oh my god!
Oh, maybe you didn't then. No, I didn't see that.
It's pretty.
Give me a sec.
It's one of those things that you go like, I'm glad that didn't happen.
Yeah.
While Isaac looks for that, what are your thoughts, Joel? Muppet, CGI, in between. What are your thoughts?
Very tough because I have no idea what they're gonna find out eventually. What works best for them. And I would love what, like, in this show we saw, even with the bird in the beginning, but they call it, I forgot the name of those seagulls, the messenger seagulls.
Oh, yeah.
That was CGI. There's a lot of animal characters that were CGI-ish.
Right.
And you had to do that with certain people, but you were only using them not the whole time. So you're going to need something there physically to keep the budget down, right? And he's in his Brain Point or his Chibi form a lot, most of the time. That's his preferred form. That's his doctor form, if you want to call it, right? Yeah.
Even though he's a doctor like this.
Like this, yeah.
Like with the little hooves.
Little hooves. I don't know how he met. Look at him there. Wow.
You know what's crazy? He looks like he walked out of Odd Taxi.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
There's some weird looking folks.
Now that I've seen Odd Taxi, I feel like it's changed my opinion on the way the animal character should look. Because I'm like, you know what? That's not as cute. He looks like he would be a bit more serious. But
Yeah, it wouldn't have
I'm
worked.
glad we got what we got.
Yeah, it's the same thing like Beastars. Like Beastars works because it looks realistic, but it's still like animals.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one right there is too realistic for what we want for Chopper.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who is that creepy guy on the left?
Oh yeah, is that Frankie? It's weird looking.
That's supposed to be Frankie, yeah.
Is it?
The one. No.
What
The
is that?
one, the freaky guy, if I'm not mistaken, was supposed to be Robin before we got
Oh
the
my
Toad
lord.
makeover.
The one next to Zoro?
Yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I
that-
can't say that I think the same way, Demetrius.
That's true.
I can't say I can feel the same way. I love
Dude,
Beastars.
come on now. Come on now. I can't.
I'm fairly
Come
certain.
on.
I'm fairly
Oh
certain
my.
that the creepy dude was supposed to be Robin before he changed it all completely.
I'm glad they changed. I'm glad they changed
I'm glad they
that.
changed it too.
Did
Yeah.
they have their names
So-
next to them? Is that what that was on the writing on next?
No.
to
Yeah,
it?
but it has it like in kanji, I think. So you
I
can't
know,
really
but-
get it like translated, bro.
But Jamie knows kanji now, right?
I mean, I know some kanji. I know hiragana and katakana.
There you go. Put that in
So-
Google. We'll find out.
I'm gonna pull up. So I'm gonna go from the point that you said, Joel. Like the idea that the show has found ways to make it work for them for different characters and for different situations, different abilities and stuff like that, right? So they're gonna find what works, what they believe works for Chopper,
Yeah.
right? Now I am 110% on the CGI front, and here's why.
Completely?
Yes.
Hmm.
Like even if there's a realistic like animatronic or something,
Right.
but that I want it to look realistic
Yeah,
CGI.
yeah.
And here's why I feel that way. After Detective Pikachu,
Well, that's a bunch.
after 3 Guardians of the Galaxy movies,
Right.
where Rocket Raccoon looks as amazing as he does,
Mm-hmm.
there is no reason why Chopper couldn't work.
Right.
And
don't
I'm pretty
disagree.
confident that technology. I don't think that technology is as expensive as it used to be 20, 30 years ago.
That's my issue.
Yeah.
It's still-
I don't know.
No, but what I'm saying is, I think they can make it work. But here's my biggest peeve. Here's what I don't want. Because if they do like animatronics and CGI or do more realistic than most, I'm going to be a little gripey. I'm going to be an old man screaming at clouds if I see the change in textures between animatronic and CGI when he changes forms. I want it to always be a smooth transition,
Mm-hmm.
because if I'm used to seeing him in like an animatronic base or whatever, and when he changes to a different form, I know it's going to look different. Like, for example, with Luffy, you could say, oh, but that happened with Luffy too. Yeah, but he's meant to look weird. With Chopper, it's supposed to look organic. It shouldn't look
Still
like
weird, arguably. Deers don't look like that.
Agreed. But what I'm saying is, I want to make sure that whatever decision they come up with is every single transformation that he does. Because, for example, if we're gonna see him, number one, and this is gonna be the next topic of conversation, but I'm pretty confident that the Drum Kingdom arc, which is where we meet Chopper, is gonna be the finale of season 2. That's where
What?
season 2 is gonna.
No.
I'm gonna give you my thoughts, bro. Give me 2 minutes.
Oh.
Now, the reason and if that's the case, I don't want to be thinking about the fact that it's CGI or something else. I want it to be smooth, and I want it to. And there's a lot of transformations in those fights, and I don't know. That's how I feel.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but I also think that the costuming and
You're
like
right,
the
Mike.
work that
You're
we-
right. They can't afford it.
Yeah.
I don't care.
No. But the costuming costuming and set design that they've done so far, it's really been like a lot of attention to detail, except for Zoro's sword bending in the it was like the first or second episode.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that, so
That was awesome.
for me
That
it was
was
fine. But I think that it would be pretty easy once they found like whatever fur texture they wanted to use, just to like get a whole lot of it and just build out like the chibi form, like the really muscular form, like the deer form, just so that way they keep the same. Oh god.
See, this is what I don't want.
No, no, they wouldn't do that. But I think they could keep it consistent.
That's all I care
think they
about.
could do it.
Consistency.
I think they can find it. I'd much rather for when he's in his muscle point to be just a person in a suit.
Yeah.
And I think he could be furry, and it's just a costume. He has hands. He looks normal, except he has a blue belt.
Does he have hands when he's like that?
Yeah, his antlers go into his hat.
So whenever he goes into arm point, he develops human hands to be able to do what he does.
Arm point got big ass.
Why doesn't he always do that? He has thumbs.
I have to disagree with you.
Huh?
Brandon, I have to agree with you on this one aspect, though. Actually, they don't confirm a character being included in the show as popular as Chopper if they are just going to introduce him in this season finale. I highly doubt he's just going to be in one episode.
Yeah, I would hope. I would be
him being in the last episode would be sort of like this might be a weird thing to say, but that's Nick Fury in the, maybe not exactly the same, but that's Nick Fury coming out of nowhere in the after credits scene for Iron Man.
Oh, never mind.
Kind of deal. You don't confirm the casting or anything like that. You just show him in the last episode, just as a surprise, sort of there. You don't confirm him and just put him in the last episode.
Yeah,
that's not what I'm saying, though. That's not what I'm saying, though.
Oh, okay.
So how about we jump into the next topic then?
All right.
Because we've all shared our thoughts on that. But of course, the topic of the moment that breathes from Chopper is what we'll season 2 cover. Now,
that's a different question.
No, but here's where my thinking is, and the reason I'm thinking this way is because of the frame because of the what's the word I'm looking for? Because of the structure and the adaptation direction that they used for season 1. I'm using that as a base, right?
Okay.
So if they do, now I see a possibility where we might get 2 additional episodes on season 2. I would say it will look better for the show if the next season is 10 episodes. Now,
I mean, they gradually did more and more seasons for Castlevania as time went on, but just because they became a hit.
Yeah, more and more episodes each season. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Castlevania was way cheaper than this adaptation, but you get my point.
Now here's why I think it needs Chopper is going to be, or at least the arc that covers Chopper, it's going to be towards the end, because we have to cover Loketown. Because without doing Loketown, you don't get Barto in the future. And you don't get a proper introduction for Smoker and Shiggy.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to have the moment where the new King of the Pirates visits the execution site of the King of the Pirates. Like, that's something that's just iconic.
I mean, so there's a difference between at the second half of the show and the season finale, like you said earlier.
No, but see, what I mean by season finale, I was talking about the end of the season. It's going to be another 2 or 3 episodes. You see what I'm saying? Like the final arc of the season towards the finale, that's where Chopper's going to be. That's the
a
way I
different question.
But that's what I was. That's why I didn't.
You
I
said
be abundant
finale,
there because I'm explaining it here.
You said season finale, and that's the last episode. Whatever. Continue.
Thank you, Garp. So it's gonna start with Loketown and Smoker, and it's gonna have that first confrontation with the Smoker and the Straw Hats. After that, we have to do Reverse Mountain and Laboon. Like, you have to do Reverse Mountain because that's how you get into the Grand Line, and you got to do Laboon because that is integral to a future character. Like, you can't do that future character without Laboon. That's the only reason that other character joins the crew, right?
Yeah.
After that, you have to do Whiskey Peak. You have to. You can't skip it. A lot of people online have talked about, oh, you can skip the whole Whiskey Peak thing. The problem is, if you skip Whiskey Peak, that is the only point of entry to Vivi. So that's where we meet Princess Vivi, which of course is going to be a huge player for the next season 2.5 and season 3 of One Piece, right?
Mm-hmm.
After that, you have to do Little Garden. A lot of people can say that you can skip it, but you can't skip Little Garden. You can't skip Dory and Bragi because giants play a huge role in the world of One Piece. And that is our introduction to giants. So you have to do Dory and Bragi. But not only that, that arc is very important to Usopp and Usopp's relationship to giants. And I didn't mention it in our previous video because it's a gripe, but it's not a gripe. But one of the things that I missed in season 1 is I felt that we didn't really get a lot of Usopp. I wanted more Usopp. And like, if in Little Garden is a very Usopp-centric arc in terms of its character and his relationship to giants. And of course, that's another opportunity to present even more Baroque works, teasers for the future. And then after that, what happens? Drum Kingdom, which is where you get to that place, which the place of ice, and then you take your time to do Dr. Herlock. You do the Drum Kingdom King as the villain. You do the introduction of Chopper. You do all of that until they set out, and then the finale is them setting out for Alabasta. And Alabasta will be the entirety of season 3. I think
that's a lot of arcs.
I don't think you can do that.
What do you mean? What do you think you can do?
I think they're going to condense all that, and then Arabasta will be the majority of season 2.
So here's the thing. Ask me how many chapters they adapted in the first season.
How many?
I want to know if you know.
They
adapted 95 chapters.
No, read the manga. How many?
95.
95 chapters and 8 episodes. That's why they need 10 this episode.
So, but think about this. Alabasta, a lot of it starts in chapter 147 or 150. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could do all of this in season. If you make that season 2, you can dedicate everything because remember, Alabasta is not just about the location. There's a lot of fights that are crucial. There's a bunch of other characters that are crucial.
What are those fights in your season 2?
What do you mean?
What are you fighting in season 2? Who's your main villain?
Well, that's the thing though.
It's just the journey.
Yeah, because what you're talking about, all these arcs and stuff, I'm like, I don't remember nearly half of that.
Fair. But then again, this is one of those seasons in reality that you don't have time to really have a villain, but you have the introduction of the organization that's going to be the villain for season 3. Because Whiskey Pig is the big introduction to Baroque works.
Yeah.
And then you have the battle against Mr. Six, the one that has bomb boogers.
Mm-hmm.
You have that fight.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah, you have that fight. You in Little Garden, you have the fight against number 3 and the young girl that paints, which you can skip, but you have that. You have the introduction of and think about, and the end of season 2 would be the Drum Kingdom, where you get Chopper in, and then you go to Baroque Works, and you go straight. But here's the thing: throughout the entire season 2, you can introduce Nico Robin, because Miss All Sunday makes an appearance on Whiskey Peak, so you can tease and show Nico Robin. You can start talking about Crocodile. But if you include a bunch of Arabasta stuff in season 2, then you're going to have way too much stuff in a season. Especially unless you're doing a 16-episode season, then that makes some sense.
I think the alternate is not having too much stuff, but probably cutting some stuff. Because
if they cut it, I need something substantial that takes the place of those character building moments that occur during those arcs.
Absolutely.
If they really have something valuable to build up Usopp and his relationship with the Giants and all that stuff, they do a better introduction of Vivi, or a better introduction of Smoker or stuff like that, then I can see that. But I just don't see how because so many important things happen. So I don't know how you skip it all just to get to Arabasta.
One Piece is
that's the one thing that I think would be not smart, to skip a bunch of character development just to get to the Isle of Sands, where they just walk in sand for like 5 hours.
Well, that's the problem. That's where the condensing comes in.
No, the condensing occurs in Arabasta. But here's the thing, though. If you do Arabasta and you do it right, you got to do all the fights, though. You got to do.
You don't have to, right? I mean,
but do you have? But unless they give you 16 episodes, you don't have enough.
Well, I said that about the first season, and look how they condensed it to 8. They cut out Don Krieg. I wasn't expecting.
True.
That was like
correct, but does Don Krieg have any significant character development for any characters?
No, well, not really. But it's one of those things where it's gonna happen. We're just gonna have to live with it.
True.
I think Chopper does show up at least halfway through the season, or I'm gonna be angry.
I imagine Logtown. Let me see. Hold on, I got it right here actually. Nope, that's not it. All right. So you said we have, because I thought they fit in Logtown at the end of season 1, but they didn't. I thought that's where.
But which they didn't include it for the same reason that you said. Like, it wouldn't make story sense.
Yeah, they ended it
based on how they ended with Arlong as the big villain.
Yeah, I get that, because you can't leave it open ended. But they did tease it with Smoker at the end, right? So they're probably gonna.
Oh, by the way, great tease.
Yeah, I love that tease. That was a nice little nod for people that know who that is. I can't wait.
Right.
Logtown, you have Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, and Little Garden. I really believe that's all going to get condensed into like 2 episodes at most.
You mean the Logtown?
No, Logtown. Well, between Logtown, Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, and Little Garden, that'll probably be 2 or 3 episodes. That's what I imagine, honestly.
Well, that's the thing. I think that the first 3 episodes will be that. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, and then the rest is Arabasta. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
So no Little Garden.
4, 9, 10.
And no Drum Kingdom.
No, I think Drum Island will be. Hold on, it'll be Reverse Mountain, Whiskey Peak, Little Garden, and Low.
So those, I agree. 1, 2, and 3 will be those 3 things, and move on. Right. I agree 100%.
Drum Island will probably get condensed to 2, and if that's the case, maybe if you're lucky, we get an extended season where you get maybe 10 episodes, and then the rest is Arabasta, or they sprinkle in Arabasta throughout all of it, and then only the main parts are Arabasta we see, because that's the first time they run into Ace, right?
Yeah.
So there's a lot of big things that happen in Arabasta,
and that's what I'm saying. Part of me as a fan thinks, like, again, I'm being selfish. I 100% agree. Part of me thinks that I'm willing to go through a great season of character development to get the payoff of spending time in Arabasta in season 3. I'm okay with that. Now, if they find a way of condensing it and making it work, hey, they made it work with the first season. Kudos if they do it with season 2. I would love that. But I kind of like the idea of season 3 being a setting. This is the entire Arabasta arc. We spend time with Ace in the desert. we deal with the rebels and everything happening on the side. You have the legendary fight between Bon Clay and Sanji. You get all of that.
Oh,
you know what I mean? And then the end of season 3 is a tease. Because think about this: if they get rid of all this like little arcs here, season 3 can be Arabasta, season 4 can be Skypiea, season 6 can be, you can actually condense it to those things. Season 5 can
That's why I
be
think
Water
Arabasta
7.
can be 2. Yeah, because no, I agree. Well, to me, Arabasta would be the majority of season 2. Then you'd have Skypiea 3, Water 7, 4, and obviously you're already combining certain smaller arcs in between. And then you'd probably get Thriller Bark and the Archeolop, whatever, the one of the rich people area, and then you have the Marine Fort. That's all. That's where things get tricky, because I think you might have to combine Thriller Bark and certain something else. But we're gonna have to wait and see. But shit's gonna get cut, and the problem is, like, before Skypiea, you have the Jaya thing, whatever, and I'm not sure what's gonna happen with that.
No, but you can do Jaya. Jaya technically is the beginning of the Skypiea arc.
Right. Yeah. So, but
you can if you have a 10, 12 episode season, you can do Jaya for the first 4 episodes, and the rest of the season is.
That's why I hope it does become 10, because I think 8 was. I think if there's any issues with the first season, they probably needed another episode or 2.
Yeah.
If you ask
flesh
me,
it out. Right.
Go, Jamie. Go.
I put 12 episodes for season 2.
But yeah.
Because she wants Chopper on 7 of those episodes.
I want Chopper as much as possible
before the middle of the season. I hopefully get Chopper.
Yeah, I'm thinking at least middle of the season. I'm gonna start looking for him. I want you to see him.
I mean, that's one thing that they could do.
Show him at the end until the end.
See, but
at least run through the background or something.
But that's, it's funny because that's one thing that they could do, and maybe make it work. One of the things that they could do is move islands around. What if we do Drum Kingdom before, and we finish with Whiskey Peak and other things? You know what I mean? Like, because for example, what if the ending of the season is direct confrontations with agents of Baroque Works?
Yeah, I mean,
to then follow up to. You know what I mean? To then follow up to.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, Isaac, you're still here?
Yes, I'm still here. I was just gonna say that could be that could be a way that it could introduce Chopper for the majority of the season while still covering the amount they have. If they maybe start with his arc and just reshuffle.
Yeah,
because they're going to give us a B plot.
What if they start the season where it's like they're in media res? It's in the middle. Chopper's there. Everything's crazy, and then they go back to the beginning. They go back to where they left off in season 1.
No, because all they do is go forward and go back. Okay.
There's no going back, Jamie.
Just mix it up.
You go up reverse mountain. There's no reverse.
Jamie got that energy. He's like, give me Chopper, damn it.
Yeah, Chopper every episode. Let's do it.
The end to get Chopper, but we'll see. I mean, that's going to be the fun part, is seeing how they make this all work.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah. See, and that's the whole thing. I
just want Mommy Robin.
Because that's the thing. We're going to go into the casting to wrap this up in a minute.
Yeah.
But one of the things is this. My favorite thing of the announcement wasn't the Chopper thing. Like, that's my inner fan going, Chopper! But at the same time, my fan inside is going also, wait, Oda just said that the scripts need work.
Of course.
Because we know that he was heavily involved with the scripts of the first season.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm kind of like in the mindset also of we trust in Oda-san.
Yes.
Like, everything that's gonna come on screen, he gave the okay.
Mm.
Like, I find it hilarious. Like, they went to him. There's this article that they went to him and asked him, "Hey, is there electricity in the One Piece universe?" And he didn't know the answer because he never thought about it.
Yeah.
And then he came back. Yes, there's electricity.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Yeah, it's one of, but the fact that he like in details like that, he's involved.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, that's how involved and ingrained in the process he is.
Yeah.
So if he approves of the decision, but at the same time, the fact that he's able to veto certain decisions because he wants things a certain way, I also kind of want that. And like, for example, in my mind, and what I've learned as a One Piece fan is that one thing Oda does, and he's never missed, not once, his payoffs always pay off. Like all the buildup that he does, it always pays off. So, like I said, I mean, everything y'all say has 100% merit, especially Jamie. About one day, maybe this seagull just drops this random reindeer into the boat, and there's Chopper,
No.
like a stork.
His
Sounds good.
background is so important to Chopper. You need at least the origin.
Yeah,
You know?
because and then that's the thing, bro. Like you know that you got to spend at least 2.5 to 3 episodes at Drum Kingdom,
Not two.
going at least two,
No.
at
No,
least
no.
two.
I don't know about
You got to do Dr. Hero look. You got to do Korea. You got to do the fight against those drum bastards. Because remember, it's not just the fact that it's the Drum Kingdom, you meet Chopper. It's an island where
Yeah,
they've completely eradicated healthcare
Yes.
because they've privatized all healthcare to the king. And
Yeah.
nobody can practice medicine. So it's like there's a lot of more, like, of course, they don't have to go that deep like Oda went, but you know what I mean? Like,
But
a lot of
he'll
things
be there
stink,
to guide
damn it.
them. Like here. It could be an episode or two. That's what I mean. Like I don't know. It's really hard because you have to look at this
Yes.
and see what we can keep, what can't we keep.
I'm glad it's not my job.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to be involved, like really breaking it down.
Yes.
But
It'll be
I
awesome.
mean, it's tough. It's a tough job. It really is.
Mhm.
Especially when
Yeah.
you're the creator and you're like, I don't want to cut anything.
Put it all in.
No, we have to do it all.
My thing with that is that there's no a third season is not promised, and you can't just.
True.
That's where my fear.
But see, I don't disagree with you. But that would be a mistake, though.
I agree, but
And that's the one thing that they. But that's the one. No, but that's the thing they didn't do here. They didn't overstuff season 1 because they didn't know they're gonna get in the season. You know what I mean? And that's one of the reasons why season 1 was so great, because they didn't overstuff it. And that's what I don't want them to do. I don't want them to overstuff season 2, where it loses its direction and its identity. You know what I mean?
That's big. But you're trying to keep everything, and that's the problem. Like they're not going to keep everything. The things are.
I want to keep going forever.
And I would love them to go on for like the 12 seasons that they want to do.
Yeah, man.
I'll get half if we get half, I'll be happy. You know what I mean?
Hey, if we get all the way to pre-time skip, I'm good,
Yeah.
bro.
Same.
I'm
Same.
good.
Same.
I'm good. Did we find the One Piece? No, we didn't.
I still don't care.
I mean, that's
Oh,
still true.
you got that
That's still
scar.
true for manga readers and anime. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Isaac, how would you do it? What would you do?
I would shuffle around for reasons of getting Chopper early, and I don't know what I would condense or cut here because it must have been a while since I read it all, but we have to accept that it will cut / condense or maybe
It's happening.
even fuse 1 or 2 of the arcs together. We have to accept that. It's just a question of how or which. And also, speaking of not finishing an all thing, it can't be worse than the 4Kids dub where they basically kills off the entire crew in the last episode of that dub. Yes, they do.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, the and so
Never got that far enough.
that you might
Bruh.
as well.
Bruh.
They talk about
Okay.
how they find something that basically
That
kills
is-
them.
Bruh.
The history of
See-
the 4Kids dub for One Piece is just insane.
It's trash. Just call it what it is.
You see, what I was also going to say, I'm good with the fact. Let's say that the final shot of season 2 is them setting foot in Arabasta. and you see the desert lands and whatever, and then the character tease is Ace. You know what I mean?
That's a
good with
much
that.
better ending.
I'm good with that. But it's funny because think about this also. The big event or the big villain, it was Arlong. But the final battle wasn't really Arlong. It was closing out that Garp plot.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So it's
that
I don't know, bro.
That wasn't a battle. That was like
But you're right.
That was like
But you're right. You're right.
like
I want
closed out the
everything.
season.
Yeah, it's hard.
I'm finding ways to make everything work. Damn it! I'm greedy. I know.
No,
No.
but it's funny because when I
See?
mapped it out in my head, I'm like, I know.
I need to see them Giants.
I don't expect the Giants, but they might tease the Giants. But I don't know if they're gonna actually. We're not gonna have a whole episode with them.
Okay, so I'm gonna say something. Here's why the Giants are important. Not just because of Usopp. Because that relationship that starts with them echoes in Ina's lobby. That's one. And two, you're not there yet. But this is not the last time we see Boggy and Groggy.
Oh,
Just saying, bro.
yeah,
Just saying.
I mean, that's like if I'm not there yet, they're not getting there anytime soon.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong. So we talked about how we foresee or hope or think what season 2 is going to cover. But now we got to talk about some casting. So we're going to try and do this and be civil about it. But so here's the thing. There's a lot of characters, but I figure that the biggest ones are the ones pertaining to the Chopper arc. But there's a couple that I want to throw out there. So the first one, of course, we got to cast Chopper, or at least the person that'll do the voice for Chopper, right?
Mhm.
That's one. Because you can do, like I said, you can do the Guardians of the Galaxy thing, where you had a regular person do the motion capture for Rocket, right? And then you have someone else doing the voice, which is Bradley Cooper, which I always found hilarious and amazing. So you got Chopper, you got Dr. Haralook, you got Kureha, you got Princess Vivi, you got Crocodile, you got Smoker, Tashigi, and Robin. I think those are the only ones. So let's start with the first one. If you were to cast someone as Chopper, who would you cast, Jamie, to do the voice for Chopper?
I actually picked the English VA Brina Palencia, I think is how you say her name. I picked her as the voice for Chopper because she is Chopper. And I felt like
wow,
yeah,
that's kind of a cop out, but okay.
I felt like somebody from the like English VA side or like the Japanese VA side should have been in the show anyway, at least just as like a cameo or something. So it was a little bit of a cop out, but at the same time, I'm like, I would be happy if it was her. So I picked her.
So her name is, what's her name?
It's Brina
Palencia.
Palencia, yes.
So she's the actual voice of
Tony
she's the
actual
Chopper.
voice of Tony Chopper, the English dub
Chopper. It does make sense. They did that with Tails, right?
Yes.
They did.
Yes, they did. They did do that with Tails.
Yeah, I wouldn't be against that at all.
So here's a picture of.
I don't know her voice because I don't only watch it.
Here's a picture of her pick, Brina Palencia.
Okay. Picked a better one,
so what you're trying to say is that Chopper can play Chopper.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see why not.
That makes all the sense in the world. That is so bad. Okay. That works. Okay, so what do you think? Do you agree?
You should have chopped up this message because you're repeating yourself.
Yes. Well, I don't have the shop fruit. Who should they vote? Who should it be, in your opinion? Joel, do you have opinions on this, or would you stick with the same one?
I have not. I like it. If they go that direction, I think it'd be clever. Because like I said, they did it with Tails and it works. Why not? So I change something. That'd be a fun little thing for for the fans of the dub and stuff. Like, I wouldn't know because I never watch it dub, so I don't. I don't even know what he sounds like in dub.
It's cute.
I bet because regular Japanese version sounds cute too. So I imagine they sound similar. I'm cool with that, but if they want to go a different route, could they go the route of like an actual child actor and have him grow up with the role, like and even like you know what I mean?
See, the only issue with that is that remember in One Piece years,
it's only 2 years. I know.
So it's kind of like they're not supposed to grow that much, even though everybody's going to grow a lot
eventually. Yeah, that's why time is gonna have to change at some point.
Yeah, that could be. I mean, that could be.
I'm not against that if that's what happens, but I'm also fine because he's always in his brain point, GB point, right? It's not going to be that bad. Everyone's going to get used to it. I'm cool with that. And look, I want him to consistently have that voice too, even when he's in his muscle point. I want him to sound like his GB form because that's consistent with the show.
Yes, 100%. 100%. What are your thoughts, Isaac?
I was gonna choose the same as Jamie because I think that the voice actors should get more recognitions in Hollywood. And
Fair.
Chopper is the perfect choice of doing that.
Yeah, you don't need a big actor for that. For a voice. No.
See, I don't disagree with any of y'all, but I did think about Miss Tara Strong, just because she's voiced everybody's childhood and how big Chopper is going to be, and also kind of how, in a way, the live action is kind of distancing themselves from the anime.
Mm-hmm.
So I could totally see someone of this caliber doing it. But I like all the choices you guys have said. I do like those choices.
That's the hardest one for me because I don't know anybody off the top of my head, like an actual actor or a voice actor, like that, because that's really where it matters, right? The voice actor.
Yeah.
And that's not hard.
So who would you cast? So let's go to the next one. Who would you cast as the Mad Doctor, Dr. Hairlook, who wants to bring cherry blossoms to this winter land? Who would you cast as Dr. Hairlook?
That's a hard one. Whoever they cast will be.
Let me put a visual of this crazy bastard.
He's a quack.
He's a quacker.
Get his hair right, and I don't care who it is.
I love how you say, just get his hair right, damn it.
That's I don't want to be reminded of Timmy Bubbles' heart. I guess, good point.
So let me put a picture here of the Doctor. I already have an idea, so I'll go with mine first. But here's the Doctor. No, that's not it. That's horrible. I'm just gonna do this. It's easier. So here's Dr. Hairlook. This is how he looks. So I'm gonna say this because I think it's the name that everybody knows. Well, Mike said something about Chopper that makes sense. Mike says on the chat, Chopper needs a distinct voice. I don't want to be reminded of Timmy, Bubbles, or Harley. Fair. But she's very versatile, though, so she can.
I didn't even know she did Timmy.
Or Raven.
Well, there you go. Yeah. She's very versatile. She can do something different. But fair. But it's fair.
She did do Raven, true.
So, correct. So here's who I see as Dr. Hairlook. Again, it's too big of a name. I know.
That's my issue.
You can book him. But you can book him for one episode.
It's not a big role.
You know what I mean?
Right. It's not a big role.
Like the whole thing with Jamie Lee Curtis playing Dr. Correa, which again, if it happens, I will love it to happen. And it makes sense because you can get that huge actress for like an episode or two. You don't need her for the whole season.
Right.
Exactly.
And she said she's down, so I feel like she would do it. She would stay for a few episodes.
She requested it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
So I would love to see Pure Capaldi play Dr. Hairlook.
I'm gonna need a face.
Okay. So I'll find a face and I'll throw him in your face. in everybody's faces. I have faces. This guy.
Oh, that is a big. Oh, Peter Capaldi. Oh, I didn't hear you. I thought I didn't, or else I would have. Oh,
I mean,
like that.
I think he would be great as Dr. Hairlook because he has the look.
Who? Is that why?
Well, I mean, hey, it's not just because he's Doctor Who, but then again, he has the body. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He looks like Hairlook kind of looks. He has the build. He can play kind of a nuts, happy person. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Just put that crazy cross-looking wig and let's just go, bro.
With the top hat. Perfect. I can see it.
Can you guys see it? Can you see it?
I can see it, yeah.
Yeah.
Now I figure.
Can they get him?
I think we can all skip Dr. Correa because I think we all agree that it's Jamie Lee or bust, right? Like at this point,
Jamie needs to play.
It needs to be her. So I think we need to go to before we go to you, Joel, because I know you already said that you already have one in mind for Nico.
Yeah, I do.
I think this one may be a little easier. So let's just
Doctor also.
Oh, go.
And it's also a Who Doctor, honestly.
Oh.
That might be a bit cheaper. I don't know. Maybe no.
I love how you're looking for actors based on their price point. I love it.
No. Tennant.
David Tennant.
Yes.
He would be great. Yes. He would be great. Agreed. 100% agreed. Nefertari. So let's think about who could play Princess Nefertari Vivi.
That's even tougher. There's so many women that probably could pull it off.
Now let's go with this. I do want to ask this question. Do you think that with Vivi, because it's a character that's from the desert and all that stuff, do you think we go like with a Middle Eastern casting as opposed to how they portray her? Nojiko had her blue hair too. It don't matter.
Right? That's what I mean. If you give me the hair, I won't complain as much.
So in other words, it's all about the hair. That's
it really is not that difficult.
Why are we seeing ads? I don't want to see ads.
Yes, it's all about the makeup.
Yeah, I won't share it. So everybody knows who Vivi is. But
yes.
So who would you cast as? Now, Vivi is maybe what 17 or 16 when the Straw Hats.
16 and the pre-time skip.
16. So Isaac, would you cast anyone as Vivi? Do you have anyone in mind?
I mean, it depends on. I'm not so sure.
Don't say Anna de Armas.
No, I would actually not say the Anna de Armas because I would actually put her as Nico Robin. But if I had to put her as something,
too big an actress. But yes, that'd be great.
She's not on my fan casting list, but if I had to pick her as something, it would be Nico Robin. But I digress. I'm not so sure on who I would put as a Vivi if they want to do her age appropriately. But if they allow themselves to maybe age her up to maybe 20, 23 or something, I would go with Naomi Scott. Jasmine in the live action Aladdin movie.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
I think I mean that would only make sense. Yeah, but that would only make sense if they go older.
Yeah,
like if they go a little older, then yes.
Especially now.
But if they're trying to keep, I mean, we're probably all going to be surprised because it's going to be someone that we don't know, that we never imagined. Similar to what happened with, I think when it comes to like main characters, Straw Hat characters, it's going to be people we've never heard of.
Probably.
Very
That's
possible.
Like I said, the original that cast, when they got cast, I was like, I don't know who. And eventually I did see Inaki in one thing before that, but that's it. Everyone else I never heard of.
The only one I
Actually,
recognize was Makaneo and the Zoro kid, but
Yeah.
that's because of the.
Oh, it's right. I forgot him. I knew him from Kenshin. Oh, and
those
Nami.
movies
I saw
are
her in Fear Street. Sorry, I did see her. I forgot. Oh, and Hunters. She's in Hunters. The last season. My bad.
That's an interesting choice. The girl that plays Miss Marvel.
Does Marvel herself?
But does she got time for that though?
Yeah, really.
She's
That's-
writing the comic books now too.
I have a
That
lazy
that
casting
right
choice.
there, that right there will be fun. Yeah, Iman Vellani, right?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, she would be cool.
I got a lazy casting choice, and it works. Go ahead.
See, with Iman Vellani is interesting because because it would be against type.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? In terms of the type of roles that we've seen, like Iman Vellani plays Miss Marvel in a very specific way,
Yeah.
and Princess Vivi is no
Not like
way
her.
the same character. Like Princess Vivi is a lot more like composed, like a princess, like legitimate princess.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she could definitely do it. 100%. Miss Marvel as Princess Vivi.
Interesting choice.
They're quoting you, Joel.
I'm just saying.
Simple as that.
That's really it.
Simple as that.
Just saying. I'm very open.
Okay, so Joel, this is your time to shine.
Yeah.
It's probably not going to be anyone we think,
No, it's not.
but it is
it's not.
your
Even the person I'm
Robin.
suggest.
Oh wait. We can't spoil. So I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Go ahead.
I mean, it's pretty much the same thing, but I don't care.
What?
Casting Miss All Sunday and Nico Robin. So who was your pick? You said you had a pick.
I had a pick. It's changed. Obviously, I had an original pick, but now we're a couple of years removed from that, so she might be too. I don't even know how old Robin is.
Robin, I think is like third. She's probably like 28.
She's around the 30.
Or late 20s or whatever.
Yeah, she's 28, 30 post time skip. So
okay.
So you're looking at someone in their late 20s.
Okay. Yeah, I was back in the day. My fan casting for Robin was Priyanka Chopra.
Bet.
I liked it.
Bet.
I'm like, that would be great. I don't know why. I just saw it, but I'm like, maybe it's too late for that. They go with someone more recent. And honestly, I saw someone else fan caster, and I'm like, this is a good one. And I'm like, Anya Chalotra Yennefer from The Witcher. I'm like, she looks just like her. I'm like,
yes,
That's a good choice.
and she's in Netflix family. It just makes sense, right?
Okay.
Connect the dots.
See, now I don't want to say the one that I found just now. I don't want to say it now.
Oh, you got one?
Okay, maybe. Just say it.
I haven't seen her act in like a long time. The manga ages clearly don't matter.
I mean,
yes, they do to a degree. Damn it,
they do to a degree, like you said.
Everyone besides Inaki is in
Agreed.
their 30s.
They're all like mid-20s, right? Something like that.
No,
Inyaki's 19.
Oh, that's right. Inyaki's the youngest.
I was talking.
Oh, he's 20.
Inaki's here.
I just looked up. He's 20.
He just turned 20.
The other one is.
Hey, Virgo, let's go.
Oh my God, she is 30. I had no idea.
Team Virgo.
So
anyway,
it's just because I'm gonna be honest. I'm only thinking because I've seen her play a sophisticated women role with a bite. Sophie Turner.
Oh wow. For Robin.
Yes.
Are you talking Ian Gray?
Yes. But I'm thinking about when she played, I remember whatever Stark daughter she played in Game of Thrones. Like I'm thinking about that performance. Because she has the look like in every, and she has the acting capacity to do, you know what I mean? Like because you know what scene I'm thinking about, Joe. You know exactly what's like. She can pull that off. You know what I mean?
I'm not saying she
You know,
can't
so that's
at all.
I'm kind of like that's the one that I'm thinking about for All Sunday, and she can play mystery because she was very treacherous and stuff like that in Game of
Right.
Thrones as well. Like she knows how to play that duality.
She can play both sides of it. Yeah, for sure.
Right. So she has the chops, she has the look, so I kind of like
Seen her in
her
a
a
lot.
lot for that. Correct. Ever since she married the Jonah guy, she hasn't really done anything.
Apparently
Well, they're not together anymore.
Yeah, I just heard about
Well, she's still not doing anything.
that.
Yeah.
My original pick
I
married the
mean,
other.
then
Jonas
again,
brother,
does she
so,
does she
right.
need to after that Game of Thrones money? I don't know.
She's
I mean, it depends on those residuals. Apparently, you
she
know.
even got a little bit of X-Men money, so why not? She's good.
Oh, she. Oh my god.
Even if it's bad X-Men money.
Yeah, money's money.
That's blood X-Men money. Dirty.
Do you guys have anything else for Nico?
Those are my two.
Mm-mm.
It's funny because I think this girl would have been a good Vivi if they went in that direction. Freya Allen,
Which
who
one?
was also from The Witcher. I'm like, she would have been a good Vivi.
The one that plays the
Siri?
young girl?
Siri, yeah, play Siri.
Siri? Yes. 100%. I mean, she's been playing a princess for the last 3 seasons. So
The same role, more or less.
Yeah.
you can just
Yeah.
hey, like you said, just give her the hair.
That's all
I
I
don't
don't. I'm pretty sure her hair in that show's not real anyway. So,
Damn.
just saying.
So let's see what else we got here.
Who else?
I think that's it. Well, we got to do one more, at least one more,
Because
because we don't know if we're getting giants. We got to do one more because we don't know if that was just a shot for a teaser because we didn't see the guy's face. We got to cast Smoker.
Yeah,
We got to cast Smoker.
That's tough.
So, because Toshigi don't matter, but what matters is Smoker. So, Isaac, if you were to cast Smoker, who would you cast?
I honestly don't.
It's tough.
What?
He's becoming Garp.
Oh,
I mean-
buddy, you have no idea, brother. You have no idea.
Yeah. I mean, he's in his mid-30s, so can you come back to me? Give me.
Jamie, did you ever get a chance to see Smoker?
I did, but I'm so horrible with casting, so you're gonna have to skip me. I'm better with agreeing with people on their casting, agreeing or disagreeing.
He normally disagrees with my casting based on fact.
No, I didn't disagree. I just thought there were better options.
Trayvon's options.
So who would you cast as Smoker, Mr. Joel?
That's tough, man. I never thought about it, so I have no idea. Because I think whoever they cast will not be as old as Smoker actually looks. Because he's not as old as he looks. You know what I mean?
Possibly,
but he has white hair.
I mean, Smoker's like what, like 28 or something?
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's not as old as he looks. He has white hair.
Stop smoking.
Bleach blonde. Maybe that's what it is.
Oh,
But he
it's
looks
just
older than he actually is. That's my thing.
I say Steve Buscemi for Smoke. No, I'm kidding.
No, what are you saying? You're insane.
You know what?
I don't know. Good question. I don't know, bro.
I do recall one thing though, but I don't. It's not my fan casting. I know that some apparently are calling for Henry Cavill as Smoker.
Oh, that's not bad, but he's way too big.
Yeah, exactly.
He's too old too. Like I
Yeah,
don't think that would.
he's getting there too.
I don't know. You get to look
But he
at
can do
Henry
it.
Cavill.
Do it. It's not a bad idea.
Sounds kind of good.
No, you know what?
Jamie,
speak of
keep your head in the
Superman.
game.
Speak of Superman
it's in
actors.
the only game that matters right now, Brandon.
Speak of Superman actors, who's not that big right now.
Who's that?
Tom Welling.
That's not
Honestly.
bad.
He's too old though.
He is old.
He's
but
too
it's
old
not
for
bad.
Smoker though.
No.
He could play younger. Not much younger.
Not much young. Not Smoker younger.
No. That's funny. That
Oh,
you
look
know-
at Smoker. You're like,
I know. You know who can do it?
Hmm.
The
you want to show the audience
guy that plays the Red Ranger in the
Which
Power
one?
Rangers reboot. The one that plays Sam's brother in Stranger Things.
Yeah. Oh man, forget his name.
That guy.
I mean, Smoker is supposed to be 34, not in his
Oh.
early 20s.
All right.
So I don't see how
What is
he's too old. But that
the lifeguard guy?
Good.
Yes.
What's
his name?
Yes, that guy. Because he can play
What
older.
is his name?
You know what? He's been out of the limelight for a while. I've forgotten. But he's a fan cast for so many characters at this for a while. You know.
Yeah. What is his name?
Why
Why don't we know people's names anymore?
You know who knows?
I
names
definitely
not
never
matter?
do.
Ducray Montgomery.
Okay.
Daker or Dacre?
AKA Billy.
Yeah, Billy.
Billy.
He might be too short. Smoker, I always imagine, is taller.
Well, I mean, he's always turning into smoke. Does his height matter?
A little bit. He's standing next to it. He has to tell me you got to tower over Luffy. You know what I mean?
Well, he's
You put him on some
I think he's
stills.
old enough. Yeah, I think he's
He
good.
is. He's 28. Wow. It's probably younger than
And he has the big wide jaw that you would expect from Smoker. You know what I mean, hopefully he doesn't get, cancer from a roll, but it's a lot of cigars. But yeah, like
fake it maybe.
I can see it. I can see it for Smoker. I can see him. I don't know, guys.
I'm gonna be paying attention to more Netflix shows because I know it's probably gonna be someone that's been on Netflix at some point.
You think like someone has already worked with the institution?
Yeah, someone that's connected. Well, like I said, like 3 of them I've seen.
Anthony Mackie.
We're talking about Smoker, not Smoking Hot. Okay.
I
mean,
would
that
not put
being
him in
said,
that
Smoker
category.
always has like his jacket
chest
showing his
out.
abs.
Yeah. I mean, he's too big too, Anthony Mackie. It's just you got to be within reason because you need the budget to go towards Chopper.
No, but the only thing is like we got to pick someone that's gonna be there for the long run, right?
Yeah, he's gonna. To me, he's taken over the B plot that they gave to Garp. You know, it'll be him and what's his friend, his partner. I always forget her name.
So Mike says Steve Harrington, which again we're talking about actor Joe Carey. No, bro. No.
Freaking
I'm not even
kid that
pulling up
plays
the picture,
Dustin.
Yeah,
he had a prank show on Netflix for a little bit.
The kid that plays Dustin? No.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Are you sure?
We've lost control.
Smoker is a young teen now in the Marines.
Two cigars. He's a heavy smoker.
Okay, guys. I think we've done enough. We gave a little fan casting.
Kidding.
We talked about Mike. That is what we said, but you understand what we meant, Mike.
You know what smoke
I understand. Mike? I was naming everybody I could.
So we've done the thing, guys. We talked about casting in season 2. We talked of how they may structure it. We celebrated the renewal and the fact that 2020 Shopper is going to be in from episode 1, dropped by a stork, according to Jamie's retelling of One Piece.
Yeah.
If you love what we do here at the Amateur Otaku Podcast, make sure you click on that like button, you subscribe, you let us know in the comments what you love, what you like, and what you want to see in season 2 of One Piece. Maybe I'm totally wrong. Maybe you have the key of breaking down how it's going to be adapted. I don't know. Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah. I'm curious.
So,
show
Joel,
us how we're wrong.
Awesome having you on the show, bro.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. This is a great time.
Is there anything you got going on that you want to share? Anything else on the podcast?
Just on Instagram, on Twitter, at that tag right there, Joel_J27 on both of them. So if you look for me on social media, that's where I'm at.
Bet. You guys are awesome. We will see you next time here at the Amateur Otaku Podcast. Next week, we are talking about a show, which I forgot the name. But don't worry, we're talking about a show. You'll know soon enough what it is because we'll see it and we'll let you know what it is. You guys are awesome. Stay awesome and keep watching anime. and we're going to be King of Pirates. Have it awesome, guys. Peace.
Peace.